Hello, everyone. This is April 30th, 2025, SIG Node CI meeting. Today we have one agenda item, which is a regular triage of boards. So let's get on into it. Start with oh, not. Not sure why it had this picture. These look okay. Flaky, 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 flaky. These are expected to be flaky? No.
We looked at them last time. I think it's the same. Yeah, we don't make much progress here.
Flaky one is somewhere between flaky and failing. This is essentially newly failing. Not sure what's up here. Something changed. Yeah, okay. So this seems semi-new. I'm not, did we talk about this last week?
Can you look at one of the executions? I wonder if it's the same with timeout that Kevin was talking about in the past. Yeah, I wonder how
interrupted.
Yeah, it's timeout. It's basically like after 5 hours it was interrupted. So yeah, it's one of those tests that Kevin was talking about when test never end, like one test never ends, and yeah, we probably need to. I mean, it's so expensive to run it. You need to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Okay. Did we open a bug for this last time?
I believe Kevin had it. Maybe action item would be to ping him and check his status, or at least find a bug and bring it to the top.
Yeah.
Can you follow up with him?
Yeah, I'll follow up with Kevin.
Okay, thank you.
On this, okay. And this is probably similar. Okay, so it's serial test. Something's being weird. Okay, cool. Eviction that only few runs. New.
I see Sriram just joined. Do you want to update us on work item work you've been doing on splitting? Was it you who was splitting this tasks not pools for tests? Or I'm mistaken?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again? I didn't quite catch that.
I thought you've been doing some work to split not like test pools execution, but I might be mistaken. I might be.
No, I don't think
Okay. Sorry about it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool. So these are probably the new jobs.
Yeah, that one I haven't seen, but it's a PR, like it's pre-submit, so they don't run periodically. Maybe you haven't seen it before. Yeah. Which one was it?
This one.
Oh, eviction. Man, more eviction tests are failing now.
But I wonder.
We should look at the corresponding periodics to get a clearer view, because pre-submit can just fail endlessly.
I have a quick observation to share on this.
Sure.
I think there is an existing bug that I was looking into. I could share it shortly, but the issue here is that the disk pressure that the test, I mean, that however it is currently set up, it is created by creating an inode pressure, and this cleans up the underlying images. Currently, the tests are run with pre-pulling mechanism. So we run the eviction test with image pull policy never. So what happens is that the test that ran after the disk pressure test, they just like they don't get the chance to use image because they are already garbage collected. That was my observation, and I had like a pull request to address this, but then I realized that the other test, the image GC no eviction, intentionally wants that people to be available. These are like two conflicting cases. I didn't have a time to like look into this to make the code change to fix this, but I think that like this was changed like a month ago, the pre-pulling mechanism by Tosh, and after that this behavior change is affecting this. I could look into this week. I can find time for this, investigate this.
Great, thank you. Do you know if there's a corresponding bug for that? Or...
Yeah, I'll find this one.
Cool, great. Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Okay, cool. That's great. Then we can, thank you for volunteering to dig into that. And that sounds good. Oh, this is probably something with the test itself. Okay, or the PR that's running it, right? If these are the same, that's the same. Use evented flag ones we hasn't been running in a while, so I think we're aware of that one. More. All right. One is interesting. I don't remember seeing this one yet. Class of errors.
Yeah, this seems new. Unless somebody have a PR that changes something.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
because it's their new test. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Not sure what happened here. Just ran that test once. Don't know about that. Oh, another timeout. Just one. Okay. This is probably just one PR. Yep, adding new test. All right, so similar. Probably rerun these tests.
Yeah, that's mine. I mean, it's like you can ignore it. It's because I have added some new tests, which I'm working for alongside.
Totally. Great. Thank you. All right, were there other Why is it so small? Yeah, I don't know what's up there. Really weird UI stuff going on here. Okay. The EKS jobs are like the smallest tab size. Might just be one job. Okay. All right, so test grid looks okay. Couple of things that we need to follow up on. You're aware of this one. Okay. Was there anything else we wanted to look at from test grid? Okay. Just release anything big on the perf dashboard. I don't see anything super concerning here. I've never been very good at reading this graph. Okay. Bug triage, unless there's anything else from dashboard or test grid. Oh, that's SIG Node bugs we want. Okay. Couple of the triage. I'm gonna bet there's a number of features. So this one. Yep, no test changes.
This is already in my queue.
Okay, thank you. I'll archive this here. This one is a test change. Though I think it's more SIG. Well, it is with, but it's like kind of also a SIG off thing. For looking at it, but I can be paying attention here. Let's triage this. Do we do that, or do we just move it to the? This looks like a test change. Does anyone want to take a look at this?
We usually don't encourage changing timeouts. What does Paco say? Paco commented here.
Just have you run the stress.
The description says that you want to increase the timeout to pass the test, but
Or prevent a time rounding, Blake.
When I was running the tests, I noticed that the result would be just less than 1 second. And when you run it under stress, it will fail. So if you look at some of the other tests in the code, lots of the times it will sleep for just past a second, and that seems to be a common pattern. That's what I was thinking.
You're saying if it's under 1 second, it fails, and if you move it more than 1 second, it works.
Yes.
What does it do exactly, this test?
It's just pulling the container, and then it's checking to see that the time that it took to do that is as expected, to look for dependent containers in the right order. And it would seem that it probably sleeps, but it's just under 1 second, maybe like 999 milliseconds, and it rounds down to 0 or one less than that, and it fails the test.
You can assign it to me, Peter. Thanks, Simon.
Great.
No problem.
Oh, and do we need, okay, to test two, yeah. Yep. Okay, great. This is whip, so we can let it stay in. Yeah, and here's just similar. Oh, I bet this one's huge. Oh, it's not as big as I thought. I'm gonna guess that this is more of a just general node thing than CI specifically. Oh, the only path it looks like it's touching is here. Yeah, I can review this from SIG. An issue. More of a code thing. So we'll. Oh wait, why is it on? Why is it? Oh, because it's shoot for the wrong board. Okay. Interesting. I don't think that this. This would be us. Tim, you seem to already be assigned. Or did you do that?
Yeah, this is just refactor.
Okay. This looks like. Does anyone want to take a look at this?
I looked at it. I thought I gave it an LGTM, but I can look at it again. Maybe they rebased it.
Yeah, I think so.
You can assign me for approval too.
Okay, thank you. Failing test. Needs triage. The sidecar containers. Anyone here want to take a look?
I can take a look.
Okay. And, in place resize. I think we
I started looking into this. This has actually been going on for a while. I think Natasha recently merged a change that adds more debugging info here. But I think this needs more investigation.
cool. I'll accept it then. I think it seems like we're treating it with long term. Soon. Any thoughts?
I think that's okay. I don't know how frequently it's flaking. But
Okay,
all
we
of
have
the
to fire
examples in
look at
that were only on the alpha cluster.
Okay. Great. All right, so that's triage. Maybe we just have a couple more minutes to just poke through the waiting on author to see if they updated it. More things to do if we need to. We have had a follow-up here, so maybe I'll move this. Who needs reviewer? Anyone here want to take a look at this? You can pick it up from the board.
I think I've already looked at this. You can assign it to me.
When did we move it to waiting on author? I'm still. We're still waiting on author here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, I think we're ready for another review here. I'll go 1 year ago.
This one is the same author that was working on evented Black Fixer. Peter, you wanted to set up a meeting with him, if I remember
Yeah, and I
correctly.
kind of dropped that conversation on the ground. I need to follow up on that. I'm going to put this over here to remember that. Whether or not we should move forward with Event Plague or, that
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah. So the point that Sergey brought up in SIG Node, where there has to be some sort of validation, right, in evented Plague that, and so we need to have commitment from them that they are okay working on that, because without that it won't graduate to beta. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe when we can talk to them and see if they are willing to work on it. Otherwise, we need to take a call on evented Plague.
Yep. Good idea. Okay, we've done 30 minutes of tests. Should we switch over to bugs?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for driving this first part. And more people joined. As a reminder, if you want to drive either part of this meeting, feel free to sign you up. This is mostly about sharing your screen and going through ropes. Pretty straightforward, and anybody can sign up. There is no limitations. Okay, let me share my screen now, and we'll go through bug triage. I think it's this screen. So you should see my agenda document now. And those are bugs. As a reminder, what we did a few meetings back, we moved all the bugs that was marked as needs triage by bot to the triage column. So we re-triaging again very old bugs. Maybe a few of them, like first one will be new, but like mostly like this 28 is from a long past. And the expectation is that since nobody looked at these bugs for so while, maybe we can either close them or like unrotten or do something else. So let's jump into it. Sorry. Kubot reporting 137 exit code for container whose exit code 0 was previously known. I wonder if this race condition that we had in the past. I'm scrolling to the end to see what was the last question and concern. Okay. It is a repro. Oh, 3 weeks back.
Sorry, you can assign this to me. The return status comes from generic leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to accept it?
Yeah, you can assign it to me.
This is you right now. So let me check that priority is there. No, there is no priority. So I will triage accept and priority backlog since it's there for a while. Is it higher?
Yeah. But I hope there is no real bug there, because that would be high severity for generic plague. Oh no, I'm not suggesting is evented flag.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah. No. I'm just saying. So does this status condition comes, it gets propagated by the generic plague. So I just want to know everything working fine there. It has no overlap with the evented plague.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you want me to accept it as a bug or you want to?
If since the they have given the reproducer, I think it's safe to accept it as a bug.
Okay. It's fair. Containers can't inherit init container CPUs. CPU manager static policy. So it's also very old bug, like 2020.
I can take a look of it if you want.
The last update was last year. Ed, was it you or Sotiris, right?
Yeah, so there's, yeah, I can take a look and update it. Yeah.
Do I need to make it as need information? Or okay, I think Francesco was confidence.
I will try to reproduce it, so don't worry about it. I will take care of it.
Yeah, I just wonder if you. Okay, I will keep it untriaged then.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Then liveness prober is more likely to time out when a large number of pods are deployed in one node. I wonder what large means here. And again, it's 3 years old.
Yeah, I don't know if it, I mean, it depends what they are using with the liveness probe, the period.
Okay, let's see what was a comment. Repro deployment. So you ask for repro. I would triage it as misinformation because It's the first time I hear about it.
I mean, from my experience, I had like 200 pods, and then the problem was with the configuration that I did. So I don't think it's a bug.
Whether or not this is reproducible, the proposed code change seems reasonable.
Yeah, but what probe types he's using? If he's using exec probe types, then if you have a lot of them and it uses resources from the container runtimes.
Yeah, I think the proposed change in the description is just around, basically we delay the start of probes so that if the kubelet doesn't restart, you don't end up with all of the probes triggering at the same time. So we add a little bit of jitter based on the period. And it looks like the proposed change is just to say, only do that delayed start if, basically if the kubelet recently restarted.
So are you saying that this PR didn't delay enough, or?
No, under anything else we know, there's a proposal to make a change there, I think.
The
think,
report is quite certain that it was due to that 98376, but they are not related, right? If you see the PR change versus what they are saying.
But I think it's an exec liveness probe type. And
Okay.
already in the documentation, it states that if you can, you should avoid the exec probe types and use HTTP or gRPC, because it's well known that if you have a lot of pods and you do probes with exec, then you are actually punishing the system.
Yeah. In fact, we observe in worse cases with exec probes where if they run, they create zombie processes. If there's an open issue with, as well, which exec probes lead to zombie processes.
Exactly, and the workaround is very simple. Just not use exec probes and use one of the other types if possible. So,
Yeah. I wonder if they also ran into that issue where where zombie processes were consuming memory, and that's why everything slowed down.
I misunderstood the issue description. I thought the code snippet was the fix they were proposing, but they're saying they think that's the cause of it from the original PR.
Yeah.
So we asking, do you see memory growth and zombie process?
Are they using exec probes or not? Like, so if they're using exec probes, then
Yeah, I think they do. Like here.
yeah.
Press H.
I don't exactly remember the scenario or conditions, but I have seen bug internally here where the exec probes were used, and under certain conditions, the lot of zombie processes were getting created, and there was a corresponding upstream, just in Kubernetes bug was also opened, not by me, but the existing bug was there. So
Yeah, I think it may have been related to timeout. I have vague memory. Exec probe. No, it's just high memory utilization. And no zombie.
must be closed and no. Let me Google it straight instead of searching on.
One. Okay, zombie processes on Docker shim. Okay. Oh, it may be Docker shim.
We saw this in Cryo as well. Like the exec pros were creating zombie processes. I'm trying to find that issue.
Oh, they use Docker. Okay. Yeah, I'll triage it as needs information. And I think it will go rotten and stale and close at some point. Okay. Or maybe. Yeah.
Did you see this? I don't know. I was looking for issue in another tab. I'll put in a chat what I found. I mean, that's one of the reasons you can have a higher memory usage and then eventual degradation of performance.
I didn't copy the whole URL. Okay. Yeah, it's the same one. But I think this one was referring to Docker as a runtime. Anyway, okay. I already moved it to needs information. Okay, next one. Okay, CPU manager again. Static CPU manager can fail. Didn't fail admission error with init containers requesting integer CPUs. Okay, I would expect it's fixed already. Okay, triage accepted in 2024, so last year. Oh, Chidong was able to reproduce. Okay, so it seems that it has a repro. Just nobody looking into that.
You can add me, Sergey, and I will take it with the other one. I think I will check it with the latest version. I think there are some improvements that are done. Yeah.
I will remember your alias by the end of the meeting. You will triage. Okay. Yeah, if you can put a priority and triage it, it would be great.
Yep.
A couple more. Okay, endpoint not updated. Even if pod has deleted when not shut down. Okay, why is SIG Node? I see Antonio here. And SIG apps and SIG Node. I will check latest comments first and then go to description. Okay, so David commented here that it's a general problem. Yeah, I remember somebody was looking into that, and maybe this is this PR that was closed. Mhm. Yeah, I think it's the same issue. Like these two are the same, likely. Yeah, I feel like we need to triage accepted because it was recently checked on 124. I mean, 124 is out of support already. Anybody interested to take a look?
But in SIGAPS, it seems to be in the backlog, correct? Or
Yeah. I wonder who added SIGAPs. It's rotten. Okay. Yeah, those kind of changes in node lifecycle controller are very complicated. We don't have a good coverage there. If only we had a node lifecycle management working group. Oh, Ajay, you wanted to take a look?
What's the priority on this? I can take a look at this, but I cannot look into
No,
it.
I don't think it's a high priority. And I think it's a known issue with like transition from false to unknown.
Is the issue more
I've been
on the
already.
no lifecycle controller side about handling transition of conditions?
Yeah, I vaguely remember there is one transition of conditions and not, I mean, breaking something, but I don't remember what it breaks. Okay, I will remove SSL. Ajay, if you can update anything, it will be great.
Yeah, I mean, I have been looking at node lifecycle controller for the node readiness gate, so I'm curious to spend some time on this. I could update this after I find more on this. I still don't get what's the node side requirement on this. I get it's apps, but I can update this once I find more.
Okay. Thank you. Priority. Finished. It's no priority. Okay. Volume manager wait for unmount doesn't wait for empty zero to be unmounted successfully. Again, 2 years back or 3 years back now. Okay, we have a potential PRs that have resolved it.
That PR talks about graceful shutdown. And this one is generic case. When you're hovering, it says graceful shutdown. So it may not be related. Like the
Yes.
the original bug is like it happens every time you are trying to unmount a ephemeral storage. It doesn't successfully do it. But ephemeral storage it's SIG node or SIG storage.
Feels more like SIG storage. If it's expected to a blocking call, that returns true only if it's unmounted. But I don't know.
Okay. And since Michelle already commented here, so I would expect maybe she can take a look.
Did they mention why they think SIG node should take care of this?
I think nobody removed SIG node.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a joint thing.
Which one is it? Volume manager. Not from here. Okay. Container limits C group causing killed. As it's supposed to. Containers have to be killed. However, Prometheus metric shows 300 megabytes. Okay. Sounds like a support issue.
Yeah, but I think this should be cgroup version 1, and now we are in version 2, correct?
Like they're claiming it got killed even before reaching the limit.
Yeah, that's a concern.
That is not connected. That issue is about
Calculating method.
eviction. Yeah, eviction, and in that context, this one shows up.
Is this the related to the change to kill all processes in the C group?
No, he says that single container, single pod, single container.
Yeah, but is it single process?
Okay, so
By the way, this is Kubernetes 1.23. If you see the version details.
Even if this is a bug, it will be in a kernel. So how far away this was? Because I remember long time ago, we used to run into this C group V1 issue where there will be significant delays in by kernel in killing the pod by kill because system resources were just too much. Even kernel wouldn't have much to operate, and that was long time ago. Unfortunately, I remember in terms of OpenShift versions, but good 3-4 years ago at least, we used to have those issues.
If this is C group V1, we probably won't spend that much time digging deeper into it to debug, right? So if we can reproduce right now it's C group V2, that will probably be more worth investing in.
And they haven't given reproducer even for V1, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll close it then. Grace period equals 0. Minus point force deletion failed. Okay. How long ago? Like 3 years? So what was the comments? Okay, we did refactoring. Please check after that. Why did I accept it?
Yeah, Sergey, you have a comment explaining everything.
Okay, I somehow I accepted it, but I asked more questions. Okay, small confusion is back.
This was the time he refactored the power workers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clayton.
Okay. I don't understand what the bug is. It is possible.
Well, I can take a look to at least understand the bug.
Okay. Oh, I understand now. So I think we have a bug now when you do one delete with grace period 30 and then second delete with shorter grace period, it wouldn't reset the timer. It will still apply the first grace period. So if you start deleting the pod with grace period of like 2 hours, and then you want to delete it as soon as possible, then second one will be lost. I think we have a bug for this.
Yeah, and this actually requires changes on the CRI implementation. Cryo does handle the situation. I don't know if kubelet actually does anything with the fact that Cryo handles it, but I don't think Containerd does anything with this today.
Does kubelet actually send the second one to the runtime?
When Clean was looking at this a couple years ago, he said he wanted it to, and I don't remember if he ever actually did have it do that.
I see, but you
So
mentioned
I'm not
Cryo
sure.
handles it, but if kubelet doesn't actually send that request, Cryo wouldn't also be able to follow through, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can't find it quickly. I think that's a issue. Do you still want to look at it, or you only wanted to look at to understand the issue? Idra?
Yeah, well, you can assign me. I don't know how much time I can dedicate to it, but I would like to know personally if the kubelet is doing this because it really complicates the code in Cryo. So if it's not, then I might as well simplify it or at least make it worth it.
Well, thanks, Peter.
Thank me if I get to it.
I should just make your queue public so that everyone can pin you
There you
on it.
go.
Well, triage accepted then. And we out of time. So this is the last thing I will do this meeting. Thank you, everybody. I think we did a good job of cleaning up our backlog and cleaning up bugs. If you have time offline, you can also do it offline. It's very much appreciated. With that, thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.